We begin tonight with a big story, Russian spy scandal.
A Novi man detained in Moscow for espionage. Tonight, Paul Whelan's deep ties to Metro Detroit. The former Marine, once working as a local police officer and now in corporate security.
He wouldn't have made choices that would have gotten him sideways of the Russian government and its Espionage Act.
And tonight, the veteran's family concerned about his safety, telling ABC they only know that he's alive. 7
Action News reporter Kim Russell, digging into the case, joins us now live with a closer look at Paul Whelan's background and what he was doing in Russia. Kim, what did you find out?
We know that he lived here at the Portsmouth Apartments off of Pontiac Trail in Novi. I spoke to neighbors and they say to them he was simply a quiet, good neighbor. This is 48-year-old Paul Whelan. Russia arrested him on December 28th in Moscow, saying he is suspected of, quote, carrying out an act of espionage. Russian authorities say he is now under investigation and if found guilty faces 10 to 20 years in prison.
He has a background in law enforcement. He was a Marine. He does corporate security and he travels regularly. So he's not the sort of person who would stumble into a strange environment or make poor choices that could cause him risks.
Today, Whelan's brother spoke out on CNN, declaring his innocence.
I don't even know what to think. I would never expect something like that.
Jason Oliverio says Whelan was a quiet neighbor here in the Portsmouth Apartments off Pontiac Trail in Novi. They didn't know each other well, but spoke as they complained about a noisy neighbor. Oliverio wonders if the theories are true by some political analysts that this is a ploy by Russia to pay back the U.S. for the prosecution of confessed Russian agent Maria Butina.
I think it's terrible if that's the case. I mean, you get mixed up in something like that for not doing anything at all. That'd be horrible. I can't imagine what he'd be going through if he's like in prison right now.
Whelan's family is asking for the government's help, bringing him back home to Michigan.
That is our goal. That is our one goal, is to get Paul back home.
Now, his family says that he went to Russia not to commit an act of espionage, but to go to a friend's wedding. We'll hear more from them on that coming up on 7 Action News at 6. Plus, we'll take a look at his work history, working as a police officer and also as a director of security for a company right here in Metro Detroit. Reporting live in Novi, Kim Russell, 7 Action News.
And let's hope we can get Paul home safe and sound. All right, Kim, thank you. And folks, don't forget to weigh in on what you think our big story should be tomorrow morning. Be sure to join our morning meeting live through Facebook at 10 a.m. and vote on which story you want us to cover.